Ever feel like you're constantly chasing someone else's perfect life, only to end up feeling worse about your own? You're scrolling through your feed on a quiet Sunday afternoon, maybe right now. You see the perfect vacation, the promotion, the flawlessly curated family photo, and a quiet, gnawing feeling settles in, a thought that whispers, wow, everyone else has it all figured out, and I'm just here. What if I told you that silent comparison is a subtle form of tyranny? A self-imposed prison where the bars are built from the highlight reels of other people's lives. It's not just harmless envy. It is a profound obstacle, a thief that steals your joy, your focus, and your authentic self, one scroll at a time. This video isn't just about identifying that feeling, it's about giving you the tools to dismantle this tyranny, to unmask the hidden ways social comparison sabotages your well-being, and to finally break free so you can reclaim your own unique, unrepeatable path. First, you must understand the nature of the enemy. This isn't a new phenomenon. We are wired for comparison. For our ancient ancestors, constantly measuring their status within the tribe was a survival mechanism. Knowing your place in the hierarchy meant access to resources, mates, and safety. Your brain, in its oldest parts, is still running this ancient software. It's a feature, not a bug. But here is the crucial difference. Your ancestor was comparing himself to the 50 or 100 people in his tribe, people whose struggles, flaws, and full humanity were visible every day. You are comparing yourself to the curated, filtered, and algorithmically perfected highlight reels of millions. Modern technology has hijacked that ancient survival instinct and turned it into a weapon of mass dissatisfaction. Social media is not a window into reality. It is a hall of mirrors, each one designed to reflect a distorted, idealized image back at you. It's a game, and the price of admission is your attention, and too often, your self-worth. To win, you must first understand that you are playing. So, what is the true cost of this constant measurement? It's far deeper than a moment of envy. First, it is the death of presence. As the Buddha taught, suffering arises from desire and attachment. When your mind is perpetually fixated on what you lack, on what someone else has, you are completely absent from your own life. You are a ghost in your own home, a tourist in your own relationships, because your validation is always somewhere else. You miss the subtle beauty of your actual present reality because you're fantasizing about a digital one. Second, it is spiritual alienation. Every great spiritual tradition, from Jesus saying the kingdom of God is within you, to the yogis teaching self-realization, points to the same truth. Your purpose, your divinity, your path is an inside job. Comparison is the act of looking for your soul in someone else's pocket. You were given a unique set of challenges, gifts, and circumstances. That is your sacred ground. To spend your life wishing for another's is to abandon your post. Finally, as Carl Jung would argue, it's a profound betrayal of the self. You are trying to graft someone else's life onto your own, to live out their archetype, but in doing so, you starve your own. You cannot become a vibrant, integrated version of yourself while being a pale imitation of another. You must embrace your own shadow, your own struggles, your own unique gold. Recognizing the poison is the first step. Now we learn the antidote. This is not about empty platitudes. It is about a strategic re-engineering of your inner and outer worlds. There are 3 stages. Stage 1, the ruthless audit. You must become a vigilant gatekeeper of your own mind. This is not passive. It is an active, almost Machiavellian strategy for self-preservation. For 1 week, audit every piece of media you consume, every account you follow, every video you watch. Ask one simple question: does this leave me feeling inspired and energized, or drained and inadequate? Be brutally honest, and then be ruthless. The unfollow button is your sword. Mute, block, curate your feed not for what is popular, but for what nourishes your soul and aligns with your goals. Your mind is a fortress. Stop letting the enemy just walk through the front gate. Stage 2, the internal anchor. Once you've begun to control the external inputs, you must build an internal source of validation. The Stoics called this the inner citadel. Jordan Peterson put it simply: compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This is the only comparison that leads to growth. How do you build this? Through practice. First, through gratitude, not the flimsy, #kind, real, visceral gratitude. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you have right now that you can be thankful for: your health, a roof over your head, a single, genuine conversation. This practice retrains your brain to see the abundance in your own life, not the perceived lack in others. Second, through journaling, define victory on your own terms. What does a successful day, week, or year look like for you? Write it down. When your own values are clear, the values of others become less seductive. Stage 3, the sacred quest. This is the final, most powerful step. It's the realization that your life is not a competition. It is a unique quest. A pine tree does not envy the oak. A river does not compare its path to the mountains. Each has its own nature, its own purpose. You must discover and then embrace your own path. What are the unique struggles you've been given? That is your curriculum. What are the burdens you are meant to carry? That is your purpose. As Alan Watts would say, you must learn to see it all as a dance. The point is not to get to a certain spot on the floor faster than anyone else. The point is the dance itself. Embrace your behind the scenes. Love your specific, messy, imperfect journey. That is amor fati, the love of your fate. When you are truly on your own quest, you have no time to watch someone else's. You're too busy living. So let's bring it all home. We've seen that the urge to compare is a hijacked survival instinct, amplified to toxic levels by our modern world. It robs you of your presence, your purpose, and yourself. The way out is not a passive wish. It's an active rebellion. You conduct a ruthless audit of what you allow into your mind. You build an internal anchor of validation through gratitude and self-definition, and you fully commit to your own sacred quest, embracing your unique path with everything you have. The next time you find yourself scrolling, the next time you feel that familiar pang of inadequacy, remember this: you are not in a race against them. You are on a journey to become more of you. Stop looking sideways. The path is forward. Your path, the work begins now.